Hara Hara Shankara Jai Jai Shankara. Black magic. Many people have been affected by this nuisance called black magic. And people want to know how long it takes for them to get out of it. What are the various homas to be performed? When can I start seeing results? Etc. etc. This is generally a normal question, common question that everyone asks. Nothing wrong about it. But what people fail to realize is what with what they have done this negativity, with what they have casted this spell, whether using yantra, tantra, mantra, etc., etc. I've already shared the various facets of black magic. I do not want to dwell deeper into it. So recently, I was guiding a family where their relatives have done this nonsense. And the family went into ruins from a point of prospering to being a pauper. Okay? Why? Because it affects the Mooladhara, the chakra responsible for relationships, finance, etc., etc. So the financial life took a severe hit. The family, from a point of prospering, they lost everything. The husband and wife were almost on the verge of a split. Some of the priests have told them that within 90 days, I do not know how they got this word 90 days, because you need to remember this. For any problem, there are multiple contributing factors. You cannot give a timeline. Underline this word. Anybody who comes to me, I will dare not say that I will rectify this problem within 5 days, within 7 days, within 21 days, 48 days, 90 days. No way. Because this is not the only causal factor. There are multiple causes. So you need to understand, you have to clear your mind, which is the biggest bottleneck that you have to do it. I can remove other hurdles, but this hurdle is something which is your responsibility. How can I commit when I do not know what is going on in your mind? Though as a psychic, I can figure out. But yet, if you ask me to commit, I would definitely not commit myself. Because you need to understand, as a client, you are responsible for the change you are making. The investment you are making is for you to get over certain things. If you feel, no, I've seen somebody, I've worked with somebody where they have called me, said, look, my mom is suffering for so many years. After you perform, the next second she should get up and walk normally. I said, thank you very much. Your expectations are sky high. I don't think even God can help you. I hung up the phone. Because it is better to say no than saying never. One, because their expectations are too high. It would be difficult for God to help them. Because even if the God helps, their mind will not be aligned with them. See, even if you drink a glass of water, there is a process for the water to flush out from your body. You take 200 ml, you don't flush out 200 ml exactly. It could be 150 or it could be 300 or it could be 400. We don't know. And is it the same water, same amount of water? The water you drank, is it what is coming off? No, there are various things to it. So how can I say, I'm just giving an example. Don't take it literally. So how can I say, how can a false promise? That is terribly wrong. I never false promise. And if somebody wants me to promise, I don't commit myself to such things. The reason is very simple. Not that I'm not confident about my work, but it's just that there are various things associated with the problem. So there is also a responsibility from your end. Despite doing all that, if you are not getting results, come back to us. We will figure out what went wrong. That help is always there. But Putting your responsibility, your life problems onto the person who's helping you is definitely not fair. The reason why I'm saying that is because how can somebody commit? Second, as I said, there are various factors, various parameters attached to a problem. Third, with what criminal mindset the enemy has casted a spell? We need to first figure that out. To do that, it is entirely, purely divine grace. Without that, nothing works. I'm brutally honest to you. So, if what I also call it as karma. We know how to pull a person out of the clutches, but if somebody is asking me to commit a time frame, I'm not God, but I have realized the God within me. This is the whole point. And very importantly, in this particular case that I was referring to, the prayoga was done with a doll. How can the performing a simple homa can get you out of it? By performing a homa, you will get the path is cleared. But remember this: energy can neither be destroyed nor be created. The ultimate creation and destroying lies with the Supreme Self. So we have to connect over there, figure out what exactly happened, and it was very difficult. I somehow managed increasing my vibrations, increasing my frequency, connecting to the Supreme Self, and through the Supreme, I came down and figured out what is happening in the other person's space, in that other person's consciousness. Then I figured out one of the factors is this particular doll, and then I eventually helped them get out of that particular problem. There are various contributing factors like this. One of the person was constructed a temple for Mother Divine. Okay, um, his own siblings have done something nonsense to him. His mother's bangles were compromised because nobody throws that on a day-to-day basis. So look at the criminal intent with which the person has done this. Nobody gives a visiting card and does something wrong. So we have to figure that out. Remember this, somebody was constructed a temple for Mother Divine. So you have to, I had to literally figure out what exactly what happened. And he's not within the same country, he's from a different country. So I have to literally figure out what exactly happened. The environment was perennially negative. His own siblings have done a lot of unwanted things for him. Figuring this out is a greatest challenge. After doing that, you have to, first of all, the resistance factor needs to be conquered in the other person. I don't have resistance, but the other person is used to a specific pattern of behavior. You have to win over that resistance. First, you have to win over the trust of the other person. Not for me, but for the other person to get out of certain things. People, are so used to that particular behavior that they want to be in that shell life. They do not want to come out. Remember this. Despite all the divine grace, divine powers, etc., if you choose not to change, there is nothing that I can do. Not only me, anybody for that matter, nobody can do anything. See, my job is the role of a cook, to prepare food as per your taste, as per your preferences, etc., etc. I can serve it on the table. To some extent, I can feed you. But if you choose to spit and not swallow, or if you choose to keep it in your mouth, is it your mistake or my mistake? The answer is obvious. It's yours. That's the reason why I told you are the problem, you are the resource, you are the solution. My job is basically to bring about a awareness. My job is to bring about a realization that, look, this is where the bottleneck is. Once you remove it, you start getting into a different zone altogether. You're almost out of a problem state. I wouldn't say completely, because there are, as I said, multiple factors contributing. Through divine grace, I can guide you. But if you put that responsibility on me, sorry, it's your life. You have to accept that responsibility. So this is what happened in this particular person's case. The person who did the Homa, how did he commit 90 days? You see, this is the problem. See, the husband and wife have split. Now, to bring them together to the negotiating table in itself is a big challenge. And to bring them to the negotiating table is where we need to use the spiritual powers so that they come to a negotiating table. Many situations we have brought in miracles in people's life, but I will not false promise. It will happen if there is God's grace. Definitely things will happen. But I will not false promise that within 5 days, 10 days, etc. That's nothing but loads of nonsense. And I will dare not mislead anybody for my selfish gains. Satyam vada, dharmam chara. So, if you are affected with black magic, if you are filled with negativity, if your thoughts are perennially negative, do get in touch with us. We'll be very happy to help you in various ways. I look forward to hear from you very shortly. Har Har Shankara Jai Jai.